So, right, so we look here on the left. This is your new bunker shot technique, okay?
Okay.
So we got wide stance, yeah? We've wiggled the feet in, so we're lower. Those two things there straight away lower your centre of gravity, yeah? So naturally now, your normal arc of the golf club wants to go under the golf ball, yeah? You haven't got to do anything. You haven't got to try and get under the ball or change anything. You're lower anyway, so your normal arc of your swing will be under the ball, okay? And by opening up that front foot here, we've put your weight forward. So that's your main changes now in terms of your bunker shot. You had a very narrow, opened up stance and was siding across the ball. So all your energy would basically be going in that direction, yeah? Way left and probably down in the sand. So you have to whack it so blooming hard to get the ball out, yeah? It often causes you sort of hit back on it and thin the ball, and then of course you're scared of going too far, because if you thin it, it's like, God, here we go. It's 60, 70 yards off the back of the green. So that's your new kind of setup there now. And what you're trying to do now is just swing the sand and swing the club, shall I say, and chuck the sand towards target. If we just watch it in full speed, depth in the sand, so it's not going to come out as fiery. There you go. Yeah. That wasn't a big swing, was it? And that got like 10, 15 paces on the green there. This was the one with a squarer club, as you'll see. So I zoom in here now. That's kind of a squarish club to you. Still slightly open, isn't it? Yeah. You had the club a bit more open with some of your more splashier shots, I suppose, a bit more bounce on the club. But you've got to decide then when you go in the sand, is it fluffy, lot of sand, in which case we don't want to be digging too much, or is it kind of sort of harder, more compact sand, we need a bit more leading edge? That's kind of where the feel and a bit of practice, and I guess sometimes a bit of experience comes in with that, where you learn what you do with the club face, yeah? But from a basic setup perspective, it's always going to be weight on the left side, wiggle the feet in, wide base. That never changes really at all, okay? And then obviously the swing length, then you've got to decide how far a bunker needs to go. That's certainly enough to go that orange ball on the green, that's about 15, 20 paces. That's how far back the ball went. Entering the sand back in the middle of your feet, as you can see, splashing out and onto the green there, as you can see. Now, chipping, slightly different, okay? Obviously a narrower stance because there's a lot less momentum, and we don't need to be sinking down into the ground as much as this one, okay? We're going to open up that left foot just to help the body move, okay? With this shot now, this kind of triangle that you've got there with your arms and your body there in relation to the edge of your rib cage, keep your arms and the club in between that all the time, okay? So when we swing the club back now, the squareness of shoulders at address is going to dictate where our path goes towards target. The feet can aim left just to help us turn through, because we've got less momentum on this shot, like I say. For this chip shot now, there's like 10, 15 paces back of that bunker shot. You need less power than the bunker shot needs, even though you're further away, because the sand's obviously going to take a bit of energy off this shot. So with this like longer shot now, as you go back, we're using the torso, so we turn on the way back. You'll see we get to your backswing position there now. Your arms and chest are all kind of working in unison together as you come through the golf ball. Nice impact there. Again, you can see the impact's a decent impact, but because the lie is there's going to be grass between club and ball, so you're never going to contact it perfectly, which is why the body needs to keep moving, because that's more of a stronger muscle to keep pulling the club through. If you try and use wrist and elbows and hands, they're not strong enough sometimes, and the only way you can get through is by getting really quick and jabby. And that's never really a good recipe for chipping. We want to be a nice and smooth rhythm. And you can see you turn through. We look at that finished position there now. Everything now is all kind of connected in front of you. You've rotated around that left foot. And again, you can see you're facing the target. As you had the problem before, you would sometimes sort of scythe around the body and just sort of cut the legs off it. So yes, you could play some good funky chip shots with that, but it would require so much energy to get the ball to go your desired distance. It's not going to be a very sort of consistent way of playing chip shots, yeah? And you're going to get quite steep in the ground, thus some of those chunk shots you said you had before. Okay, so that makes sense there with the two sort of changes there then, Geth, yeah? So chip shots, narrower, open the feet up, turn the torso. Bunker shots, wide stance, wiggle the feet in, weight forward. In both cases, you're going to be using the body to move the club, and the club kind of still stays in front of us as we rotate round. Okay, mate? Make sense?
Yeah.
Happy days. Very good. Right.